We were pilgrims. We had been traveling for many years. We were looking to find our way. We were looking for the city of God. Others who had gone before us had told us the way, but they had never reached it, they said. That we could see the city of God. But when we got close, the roads would disappear or grow shorter or curve or become a wall or a house. We could never reach the city of God. Never. No one had ever walked in the streets of the city of God. No one had ever walked the streets. The city of God doesn't exist. This we can tell you. No one has ever entered its gates, and no one has ever walked its streets. The city of God doesn't exist. You can see it in the distance, but you can never enter the city of God. The road will change or stop or disappear or become something else. You can never get to the city of God. It is only an idea. Someone said, if the city of God doesn't exist, if the city of God is only an idea, where does the radio live? We have been told that the radio lives in the city of God. How could the city of God only be an idea? One of the pilgrims said, the radio does not live in the city of God. The radio lives in the wires, and the radio is everywhere. The radio is everywhere. No one knew what to do. We went to the Garden of Trees. It was the same garden that was in the books.
Same. The very same.
But it was older. And the trees were like mountains. Huge, dark mountains. The tree of life, and the tree of good, and the tree of evil, and the tree of speaking, and the tree of deceit.
I know those.
They were all there.
They're all here.
And the huge trunks went on forever and forever, pressing against the bars and moving against each other. Moving against each other like slow, dark serpents. The tree of life was coiled around the tree of evil, and the tree of evil was coiled around the tree of speaking, and the tree of speaking was coiled around the tree of the idea of the city of God. They were real.
Impenetrable forest.
The garden of trees was real. You could see them
All too real.
coiling around each other forever, forever, more than the stars in the skies. If you entered the garden of trees, the trees would bend down and touch you, looking for their young.
Touch me. Touch me.
It felt like parts of you were
Leaves.
turning into light. And like parts of you were disappearing
Oh, nothing I need.
forever and ever. It was so
Sad.
beautiful
It's so beautiful.
and so sad. That's what it felt like when they touched you, looking for their young. We could see the tree of good and the tree of evil and the tree of deceit and the tree of the idea of the city of God. They were all there, and they went on forever and forever. No one knew how to speak to the trees. If you could name the trees, you could touch them. But you had to name them in the language of trees. And no one knew how to speak like the language of trees. No one had ever taught us that in the castles of learning. No one knew how to speak like the trees. But they were real. We could see them. We could see them going on and on. The tree of hope. The tree of blood. The tree of speaking. The tree of memory. The tree of forgetfulness. The tree of anger. The tree of radio. 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 The radio is in the wires, and the wires are everywhere. Everywhere. Everywhere.